Welcome to this week's musical matinee here on Turner Classic Movies. I'm Dave Karger. This week's entry was built around one of the most sensational stars of all time, the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. From MGM in 1967, it's Double Trouble. As the title suggests, Elvis has his hands full in this movie. He plays an American singer touring through Europe, and he's being pursued by not one but two women, hence the double trouble. He also finds himself chased by jewel thieves, detectives, and someone who seems determined to kill him. This being an Elvis Presley movie, he also does a fair amount of singing, including, surprisingly, a rendition of Old MacDonald. Double Trouble was the 24th Elvis Presley movie to hit theaters, and by this point, he'd settled into a formula that was consistently popular with audiences. After starting out playing rebellious types in movies like Jailhouse Rock and King Creole, Elvis was given a more clean-cut image in the 1960s and began starring in a string of light musical comedies like Double Trouble. 9 of them were directed by Norman Taurog, and this was their 7th collaboration. The cast here also includes a young actress named Annette Day, who plays a teenage fan who falls madly in love with Elvis. Day was discovered by one of the film's producers in an antique shop in London that was owned by her father. She had never made a movie before this, and she never made another one after. Her one and only appearance on the big screen was as Elvis Presley's leading lady. From MGM in 1967, also with John Williams and Yvonne Romaine, here is Double Trouble. Double Trouble was the 7th musical Elvis Presley made with director Norman Taurog in the 1960s. Taurog's career in Hollywood began during the silent era, and he started out as a child actor. He eventually made his mark in Hollywood directing children in landmark films in the 1930s, including Skippy from 1931, which starred his nephew, Jackie Cooper. Skippy won Taurog the Academy Award for Best Director, and he earned another nomination directing the 1938 Mickey Rooney-Spencer Tracy drama Boys Town. He went on to direct Rooney in several more films at MGM in the 1940s. Then in the 50s, Norman Taurog became the favorite director of Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis. He worked with them on 6 comedies and continued to direct Lewis in another 2 films after he and Martin split up. Taurog's final decade in Hollywood came in the 1960s and was defined by his work with Elvis Presley. They first teamed up on the 1960 musical G.I. Blues, which marked Elvis's return to the screen after a 2-year absence during his stint in the Army. They worked together on a total of 9 musical comedies over the next 8 years, and Taurog retired after making their last film together, Live a Little, Love a Little, which was released in 1968. Up next, Marlon Brando stars in a 1962 remake of a classic shipboard adventure. Don't go away.
Next on TCM, Mutiny on the Bounty. Then, Men of the Fighting Lady. And later, Crime Wave. TCM doesn't pay today.